with Honeysuckle Sweetness. I'm in Alabama, and wherever you are, I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I want to show you how I make these adorable little party hat cupcake toppers. I got the idea from watching a video with Satin Ice, so I thank them for their tutorial that taught me how to do this. Next week I'm going to do a cupcake decorating class with some Girl Scouts in town, and these are what we're going to make. So today I'm bringing you along to show you how I do this. You are going to need a few things before we get started. You want to go ahead and grab your sprinkles. You can use any kind of sprinkles that you want. These are my favorite. There are literally thousands of these little bitty sprinkles in there. I get these at Hobby Lobby, or you can order them on Amazon. Walmart's got a great selection of sprinkles as well. You're going to want some fondant. Now you can buy solid white fondant and color it yourselves in whatever colors that you want for your cupcake hats. I just went ahead and bought these primary colors that were already done because it was quick and easy. You are going to need, of course, a batch of cupcakes. You're going to need 2 different colors of buttercream. So I have a white and I have a blue. And of course, I bedazzle everything. I love edible sparkle, edible glitter. You don't have to put that on there, but gosh, I do highly recommend it. This is Wilton, and I got it at Walmart. You can also get this at Hobby Lobby, or my absolute favorite is the edible disco glitter, and I get that on Amazon. You're also going to need a little bit of water and a paintbrush. Your paintbrush needs to be brand new or only ever used with food. And then you're also going to need a toothpick. So that's it, pretty basic. Let's get started. You're going to want to go ahead and grab your white buttercream, and you'll notice I twist the end and wrap it around my finger. This makes sure that when you squeeze the buttercream out of the pastry bag that it does not come out the other end, because that makes a huge mess. You're just going to want to pipe a border around the edge of your cupcake. Doesn't have to be neat at all, because this is the part we're going to dip into the sprinkles, and we're going to cover all that up. Just want to gently press it into the sprinkles. Now be really careful here that you don't squeeze the bottom of the cupcake too hard, or you're going to squish up your cupcake, and I've done that. So you just want to make sure all the white is covered with your sprinkles. And then you can go ahead and set it to the side once you're done. We're going to go ahead with another cupcake. And I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller. Instead of going all the way to the edge of the cupcake, I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. You can do these any way that you want. And you'll see the difference once we get them all decorated. And we're just going to repeat the same process that we did with the first cupcake. Just gently holding the cupcake so we don't squeeze it too hard. And we're going to press it into the sprinkles, covering all the white. And we're going to clean up the edges a little bit. Reshape it wherever it's distorted just a little bit. And once you feel good with it, you can set it to the side with the other one. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab our fondant. You can do as few or as many different colors as you want here. And I'm going to make the party hat base first. Just want to work your fondant just a little bit to make it pliable, and then go ahead and roll it into a smooth ball. And then we're going to start shaping it. And you want to be gentle here. You don't want to apply a whole lot of pressure. Once you get it the length, which will be the height of your party hat, then you can start rolling one end to make it smaller and start forming the party hat. Think about a Hershey Kiss. And I'm sorry about my light going on and off here. I have a new gadget that my husband bought me and I'm still learning how to use it. You want to make sure that you don't get it too pointy on the end, because we're going to put a little pom-pom on top of these party hats, and it does need a slight bit of a base on the top, so that's why I keep patting it down just a little bit on the top, and once you're happy with it, you can set it to the side. And what we're going to want to do is pinch off a bunch of little bitty circles to form the dots on the party hat, and the best way to do that is to roll out a snake. It's kind of like playing with Play-Doh, but this allows you just to pinch off little bitty pieces and roll them into a ball and just start lining them up. So as you can see, we have gotten most of our circles rolled out. We're going to go ahead and finish up the yellow circles. Again, we're just going to roll these out into a snake. By separating my fingers like you see me doing, it's actually rolling it out quicker and easier than if I kept all of my fingers together in one place. We are going to go ahead and make another party hat, and I am just going to work with the fondant a little bit so it's nice and pliable, and then I'm going to go ahead and shape it into a nice smooth ball in my hand. And then I'm going to start shaping it just like I did the yellow one. And once I get it the height I want, then I'll start forming the cone shape, pressing my fingers to the bottom to try and make that flat. Just be real careful not to apply too much pressure. And then go ahead and set that to the side. Next, we're going to take our toothpick, and I had already rolled out two different balls that we're going to use for our pom-poms on top of our party hats, and they're slightly larger than the other circles. And we're just going to use the toothpick to make indentions all the way around it. And I'm holding this up close so you can see, but I find it easier to lay it on the counter and just go all the way around it with a toothpick. Just be really careful not to press on it too hard because the fondant is still very soft. I'm just going to go ahead and make some little indentions so it looks like a little pom-pom sitting on top of the party hat. And when I'm happy with it, I'm going to set it to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and do this other one. That light keeps going out. I'm sorry about that. Next, we're going to go ahead and adhere the pom-poms to the top of the hat. Now, it's very important that you don't get too much water. Too much water will cause the pom-pom to slide around, but just a small dab of water will act like glue. So you want to press it on there and just hold it a second until it starts getting sticky and tacky, and it will kind of stay on there by itself at that point. And in a few minutes it will go ahead and harden up pretty good. Again, just a small little dab. You don't even have to re-wet the brush each time. You can use the brush several times before you have to re-wet it. Next, we're going to go ahead and put on the circles on our party hat. And this is really easy to get too much water. It really only takes a tiny dab. So we have flattened all of these little bitty circles slightly. Just slightly, and then when you pick them up in a minute to put them on your party hat, as you're pressing it into the hat, it will finish flattening it out. We're going to go ahead and grab our paintbrush and water. And again, just the tiniest bit of water. You can probably do 4 to 6 of these circles before having to re-wet the paintbrush at all. If you get too much water on them, they're going to slide around instead of sticking to the party hat. Just going to press it on there very gently. If you do get too much water on one, just set it to the side and use a different one. You definitely don't want it to get all gummy on you. So like that one, I felt was too wet, and I just set it to the side and started over. Sorry about my hand there. You can do any kind of pattern you want. I am placing these dots randomly, but you could certainly do a pattern if you wanted to. You could also do stripes. You could do pom-poms around the bottom of the hat. You could make it look any way you wanted it to. If you feel like your fingers get too sticky, just dry them off and start again. And then when you're done with that one, you can go ahead and go to your next one. And you can make these days in advance. These can be made even a week in advance of when you are actually going to need them, which makes the day that you're baking and decorating cupcakes go a lot quicker. This is definitely something you can get your kids involved in as well, and it's time that you can spend together while doing a fun little project. And then when you're done, you guys can enjoy them. Or maybe one of their friends is having a party and they want to make some for them. Next, we're going to go ahead and add on the second color of the buttercream. We're just going to do a swirl on top of the cupcake. And then we're going to gently press our party hats into the center. Don't press too hard because the fondant on the party hat is still very soft and it will distort the shape. I hope you had fun learning how to make these super fun, super cute, and easy party hat toppers for cupcakes. I know you're going to enjoy making them yourself, and now the real test. We have to try these bad boys out. This one's vanilla with almond buttercream. That's my favorite. You ready? Until next time, thank you.